The road to the Isles is ahead. We take the route west to Mallaig. En route we pass Arisaig, and climbing out of the village of Arisaig, on the coast road you come across the most amazing seascape and the Knocknafara Hotel. Knocknafare's motto is more than just a hotel. It does live up to this claim in a number of ways. Firstly, it sits on the Hill of Vigil and affords a most spectacular view over white beaches lapped by the crystal clear waters of the Atlantic, with the islands of Rum, Egg and Skye as a backdrop. Secondly, the new owners, David and Jennifer Sharp, have completely upgraded and refurbished the hotel and offer 6 ensuite rooms named appropriately after islands and each offering outstanding comfort. Thirdly, the bar and lounge serves first-class, fresh, mostly Scottish cuisine and is popular with locals and visitors alike. Finally, the Knocknafara goes that extra mile with little touches like homemade knock buns and a complimentary nightcap for residents from a whisky decanter on the upstairs landing. The young Robert Louis Stevenson first visited the area in his late teens with his father on board the yacht Faros for an inspection tour of the western lighthouses. It's disputed today that an Arisaig character may have inspired none other than Long John Silver of the childhood classic Treasure Island, which he wrote in 1883. A little north of here at Morar, there's yet another footnote for the Stevenson novel Kidnapped and the Appin murder. Lord Lovat was caught hiding on an island on Loch Morar after the 45 and executed. His son, who actually commanded the clan at Culloden, was a well-known Jacobite but was pardoned and was one of the 5 counsel for the prosecution at the show trial of James of the Glen for the Appin murder. Morar is the final resting place of Sir David Stirling, founder of the SAS, a war hero of distinction whose mother was a Lovat. The Frasers of Lovat were powerful local landowners. Indeed, the church on the shores of Loch Morar was built by them. However, the family estate was recently sold and now belongs to Sir Cameron Mackintosh, the impresario, who produces the West End hits of Andrew Lloyd Webber and others. Sir Cameron owns other estates in the area, and his mother's family owned ground here at which he used to holiday as a youngster. Loch Morar is also home to Morag, a rival to the Loch Ness monster, who, they say, lives in the deep waters of the loch, which is said to be Scotland's deepest at places over 1,000 feet, and some even say this loch is linked to Loch Ness by subterranean tunnels. Loch Morar is only a stone's throw away from the sea. The road crosses its issuing stream as it descends through a short wooded ravine to the ocean. The silver sands of Morar have wonderful views of the small isles. This white sandy beach featured in the film Local Hero, whilst the wild country inland, along the shores of Loch Morar, was used in the film Rob Roy, with the shepherd's cottage on the northern shore providing a perfect location. Loch Morar House is a modern country house offering bed and breakfast. The owners are a local farming family and offer the warmest of welcomes. The house is situated out of the village of Morar in the hamlet of Biorit. At the end of the road to the Isles is Mallaig, which grew from just a few cottages to a thriving community with the arrival of the railway in 1901. Today it is a busy fishing port, ferry terminal to Skye and the small isles and Knoydart. South of Loch Hourn is the wilderness of Knoydart, known as the Rough Bounds, an area completely without roads and accessed only by sea from Mallaig. Here Gavin Maxwell wrote Ring of Bright Water whilst living at Loch Hourn near Arnisdale. Perhaps ironically, some 15 years earlier, he was one of the last commercial basking shark hunters operating from the nearby Isle of Soy. The sea plays a vital part in this community, and in 1951 the Mallaig lifeboat rescued the 62-man crew of MV Tapti. This story and others is told in fascinating detail at the Mallaig Heritage Centre, located next door to the railway station. A film show runs continuously, and there is the important collection of photographs taken at the beginning of the century by M.E.M. Donaldson on display. The story of the 1853 clearance of Knoydart is told, as is the story of the world-famous West Highland Railway, which terminates here. A gift shop is also on site. On the main street is the Cromag, a quality gift and craft shop which specialises in Scottish goods, from shortbread and preserves to knitwear, jewellery, glassware and guidebooks. The fleeing prince, with a reward of £30,000, more than £500,000 in today's money, passed through the area whilst on the run, and then went famously over the sea to Skye, and on to South Uist with Flora MacDonald, whose father was in fact with the government forces, only to return to the mainland at Mallaig Vec, a hamlet north of Mallaig, and at the end of the road west, before heading south for the final leg of his journey home.